Hey guys, welcome back to the Airspace. I am tired, for those of you that follow me regularly. As you can see, I'm literally tearing everything out around my easel while I continue to try to work. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today we are going to talk about HD stencils. And these are really, really cool. If you have never seen them before, we're going to talk a little bit about them first. But I wanted to point out these pictures right here were simply sprayed through the stencil.
Say what?
In the interest of full disclosure, I received these stencils free to review them. I did not get any other compensation for them. All right, guys, these stencils are unlike anything you have ever seen before. You can see they're very, very, very thin, very, very flexible, and very, very detailed, and they work with some crazy magic. The way these are made, as far as I can tell, they're similar to like a screen print, but it's crazy because it gives you like all of that detail in a single shade, all of your shadow variations and halftones in there. These are insanely detailed. The other thing is they also have the ability to create custom stencils for you. So you send in your art, you send in a photograph and say, I want a stencil of this photograph. He will make you a stencil from that photograph. All right, so also he's working on the ability to custom cut any size stencil that you want. I have my logo custom cut, and we'll show you how that works out in a little bit. And I'm actually just going to spray it on the back of this Autoborn sealer. I bought it for like tumblers, but I'm actually going to get a different one made. And that is a use for these that I think is way overlooked. So I'm going to get into how I would use these. I'm not going to use them just to create the exact image, most likely in my art, but how I would use this to move along projects and help myself make money, which is kind of the name of the game if you're in business. For some people, that might not be their goal. But I'll go into that very, very shortly. But first, I want to talk about use and care.
Since I will not be using these solvent, I'm always using these water-based. I just take and rinse them out with water, and then I will sometimes take a rag to clean them up if I need to, and that gets a pretty good job on it. You can also clean them with alcohol, and as you can see, they're durable enough to take a little bit of work with a rag, so it's not like they're going to just fall apart on you.
Okay, and I'm going to do this really simple. What I've done here is I've printed out an American flag. Obviously, eagles and flag go really good together. So this is just a print, and I'm not going to go too detailed in how I'd work this. But what I would do if I was working on a project, and if, say, I was painting a flag with an eagle on it, I wanted to ghost an eagle, I would come over here, get my placement. If I wanted to be really critical, I would spray this stencil and cut it out so I could get my white in. So I'm going to decide where I would place my eagle. So, and I want this eagle to be ghosted over this flag. So I'm going to say, okay, my eagle's going to sit right here. So, of course, like I said, I'm not going to do a cutout, but I would take my stencil and decide, okay, here is where my placement is going to be. Now, these have registration marks built into them, so you can spray through the registration mark and line this stencil up multiple times if you need to. In this particular case, I'm just going to hinge it off my magnet. And so I'm going to come in here and be like, okay, I want to feel some white in here because I want that face to be a little more prominent. So this is going to be ghosted out, and then I'll just pay attention to where I'm coming with it. You'll notice a little bit of bleed. That's because when you spray paint on top of inks, it's going to bleed through there. But that's not going to hurt me any, especially for just a demo. So we're going to lay our stencil back down over it. You should, tape off your sides to prevent overspray, things like that. We're not going to worry about that. Then all we're going to do, we're going to come in here. I'm using sepia. I'm going to use sepia in this case. So I'm going to come in here. I'll do a couple of passes on this. So until I'm pretty certain I get coverage. Then I will pull back my stencil, check and see if I've got what I want. I can always come in here if I want to get a little bit darker and add in, but I think that's about where I want it to be. Now that I've got all my registrations in there, I'm going to take just a little bit of yellow. Remember, we're working on just our And I'll tint in my beak a little bit. Alright, now where I put a lot of opaque in here, and I want these stripes to kind of run back in there, I'll use a little texture stencil to get that beat up look to kind of match, and I'll blend that in from the outer edge, from the stripes. I'll also use my sepia. Even here, I'll continue it into the red stripes, and we'll do a little more to that in a second. I will blend my red stripes into it, just a little bit, with a transparent red. And of course, you decide how much of that you want to show. If I wanted to, I could come, deep into it, kind of get that ghosted effect, even get in behind the eyes. And, of course, normally if I was doing this for like a project for a customer or something, I would take and I would stencil these off so that I had, or tape them off so I had very, very crisp edges. And I will blend that blue in as well. And of course, I start detailing it out just a little bit, bringing in, I'm using the sepia again. I could continue to detail this out. I'm not going to go very far with this. Blend in some of those halftones that they've got here set up, so basically all your mapping is done. Maybe darken the eye in just a little bit more than what it is. And of course, if you wanted to enhance these feathers, and you can always pull that, as long as you held your registration, you could always pull that back again. And then from here, I'm going to just touch up a couple things. Like I said, it's not a picture for a customer. This is just a demo to show you what we can do. So I'll probably just stop there, just in the interest of time. It's hard for me to stop though, I get into these and I want to just go ahead and finish them off. But yeah, I need to stop because I got to be able to get this video out to you guys. As you can see, that comes out pretty cool, and I have very little time in this. I could go quite a bit further, but in the interest of getting this video out, I don't want to. But anyway, wait just a moment. Don't run off. I'm one more thing to show you. Also, I wanted you guys to know, those of you who follow me regularly, tell me what you think of the sound. I got a new wireless microphone system, and I'm hoping that's going to even a lot of things out, that you don't hear as much of the overspray and create issues. But let me show you the logo, the custom printed, any size you want paint or stencil. All right, so I got my Airspace logo and I got it taped down. I'm just going to go through and spray over the top of it really quickly. I'll do a couple of passes. All right, so now I am going to unmask it, and let's see what the heck how freaking cool is that? That is the coolest. I'm actually looking into it. I'm going to get with Gerardo and talk to him, and I got an idea how I can do these in multiple part color, and just want to make sure the registration works. But you can make this at any size you want, like a 2-inch by 2-inch stencil. It literally can get down to that size detail. So anyway, let me know what you think about that sound in the video. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and all that. Also, I wanted to point out, I will leave a link for you guys to the HD stencils. And if you type in a coupon code, Bill Kennedy, all one word, capital letters, Bill Kennedy, Kennedy. I hope you know how to spell Bill. You will be able to get a discount on any HD stencil you buy with that. I will change that coupon code in the future to the Airspace. That's the way I had it set up when I had this set up with Gerardo for my viewers. But these are really, really awesomely and amazingly cool. As you can see, you could use them. There's ways in which you can use them to bring your art, to add things, to add dimension and things like that. He has a bunch of in-stock stencils. These three were stock stencils that he keeps in stock. But what I find the coolest is the custom stencils from your photograph. And then, as I said, it will not be long, I'm positive. I will talk to him. I'm going to try to give him a call Monday, or today's Wednesday, so it's a business day. So tomorrow I'll try to give him a call and ask him what his time frame is on the custom sizing and making that live for everybody. And but that's going to be a wrap, guys. This should be a fairly small video. I hope you enjoyed it. We appreciate every last one of you. Y'all have a good one.